Hello. Given all that I have learned about students with disabilities, I am going to be presenting my three big ideas that I will consider when planning learning tasks and activities for my future classroom. My first idea is that it is important to develop a relationship with the student. As a teacher, it is important to get to know the student academically, personally, and socially. We should take advantage of opportunities to speak to students about life outside of school. Make sure to ask them about their weekends, as it indicates to the student that you care about them as a person. When a teacher is consistently making an effort to learn who they are outside the school, will show them how much you care. If you don't have rapport with a student, it is difficult to manage behavior problems or improve academic skills. Also, there's research that shows that the presence of at least one adult who makes the student feel special leads to greater success. I would like to mention a few tips that could build bonds with your students. It is important to be sincere in your pride in your students and their accomplishments. It is good to positively reinforce students verbally. Make sure you look for opportunities for students to be proud in all areas. It is great to display student work. As a teacher, we should enforce classroom rules positively. Always use language in the classroom that will show them how much you care. It is best to individualize their instruction to meet their special learning needs. The teacher should help the student find strategies for learning that will help them feel more successful. If the student feels appreciated, that helps them to become resilient and hopeful. It is good to avoid judgmental comments and praise their efforts. My second idea is that as the teacher and advocate for students with learning disabilities, we need to imagine being in their position. It is important to consider the daily struggles of students with a learning disability and their level of frustration when learning. The teacher should not compare the student to peers or siblings. Be empathetic about the student's learning needs and their level of frustration in learning. One mistake that teachers make is using harsh language with students. It is not helpful or necessary to use joking or unkind words with your student. Educators can create an environment where students feel comfortable learning and they are encouraged to participate. Highlight a child's strengths in non-academic areas, such as music, art, or athletics. As a teacher, we can also focus on the strengths of the student's personality, such as kindness, helpfulness, or sense of humor. Teachers need to remember that learning disabilities can affect every moment of the student's day. Another important idea to consider is to focus on the well-being of the student in addition to their academic skills. Students with learning disabilities often need support in assimilating both positive and negative characteristics into their self-image. A teacher should provide opportunities for students to help others in their family and community because helping others can boost self-esteem. It is important to give the student the social and emotional tools he or she needs to work through challenges. In the long run, facing and overcoming a challenge, such as a learning disability, can help the student to grow stronger and more resilient. Encourage the student to approach challenges with optimism and a sense of humor. The student is not defined by his or her learning disability. A learning disability is just one area of weakness, but there are many more strengths. The student's life should not revolve around their learning disability, and it is good to make time for activities where they may excel. Students' well-being and success means different things to different people. However, the hopes and dreams of the student should extend beyond good report cards. Teachers should help the student with learning disabilities to develop problem solving and decision-making skills. It is best not to provide the student with a solution to their difficulty, whether academic or social. It is better to help them brainstorm solutions and possible consequences to different solutions. Encourage the student to ask for help when they need it and to reach out to others for support. Emphasize healthy lifestyle habits such as exercise and managing stress. Create a plan to help the student generalize their learning across settings and situations to prepare them for overall success. And finally, remind yourself that everyone faces obstacles. Do not let the tests and endless paperwork distract you from what is really important, and that is giving the student plenty of emotional and moral support. Thank you.